Good evening. Welcome to the 6 o'clock news on 13 BBC.
I have sad news to bring to you today. At 8:45 a.m. on a clear morning, an American Airlines Boeing 767, loaded with 20,000 gallons of jet fuel, crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City. The impact left a gaping, burning hole near the 80th floor of the 110-story skyscraper, instantly killing hundreds of people and trapping hundreds more in higher floors. As the evacuation of the tower and its twin got underway, television cameras broadcasted live images of what initially appeared to be a freak accident. Then, 18 minutes later, a second Boeing 767, the United Airlines Flight 175, appeared out of the sky. It turned sharply towards the World Trade Center and sliced the South Tower near the 60th floor. The collision caused a massive explosion that showered burning debris over surrounding buildings and the streets below. America was under attack.
It has just been reported that 19 militants associated with the Islamic State, Al-Qaeda, were part of these attacks on the United States.
The question is, why? We sent it to the field to ask experts this grieving question.
All right, we have Father Doyle here, who is the Catholic priest at our school. Father, we'd like to know, why did God allow 9/11 to happen?
I think it's not so much that God allowed 9/11 to happen as much as He allowed us to have freedom. That when God made us free, He made the possibility of us choosing evil. And so while God abhors it and was upset by it, in order to have us to be truly free, we have to be able to do things like that. So it's not a matter that God allowed it or did it as much as it is a case that we are free to do it. And we can only love God if we're really free in the first place, otherwise we're automatons. So that's just a way for us to be free, and it necessitates the possibility of evil.
It's a great response, and there you have it from Father Doyle.
And now we're here with Titus. So Titus, tell me, why do you think God allowed 9/11 to happen? And there you have it.
I'm here to ask another expert why God would allow 9/11 to happen.
I think that's difficult terminology because God does not will evil to happen. God is not the source of evil. In fact, our sin is. So when we separate ourselves from God, who is the source of everything good, He's the source of grace, He's the source of love and compassion and mercy. When we separate ourselves from the source of life itself, then things like sin and death enter the world. God does not will bad things to happen. That's part of our free will. God has given us the gift, which is a gift that we share with angels. Actually, no other creatures share it with Him, to have intellect and free will. And in spite of that divine gift that we have, that divine nature that we share with God, oftentimes we don't use it for the right reasons. So it's not so much that God willed that evil to happen or any evil to happen, it's that He's allowed us to do bad things. Now ultimately I think we can take comfort in the fact that we know that God is just, and so our actions, the things that we do with our free will have consequences in eternity. And so there is a corrective nature to God's justice as well, and I think that's ultimately why He sent His Son to die and suffer for us, and eventually raised Him from the dead to reverse things like 9/11, to fix those types of things in the next world. Thank you very much.
Alright, and now we're here with Bill. So Bill, tell me, why do you think an all-loving God let a horrible attack like 9/11 happen?
Because there's no God. And I don't think there's a God.
There you have it.
Alright, this is Tyler with Tyler. Tyler, why would God allow 9/11 to happen?
I would say God wouldn't allow 9/11 to happen. I don't believe in God, and I don't think that, God, any kind of good God would do something like that.
All right, and there you have it. All right, we're here with Jesus. Jesus, why would your Father, God, allow a crisis like 9/11 to happen?
I typically go by Easter morning these days, but I don't think
that God would have caused something like this. I think we live in a fallen world where sin and stuff like this can happen. And I think you see God in those suffering. And I think Jesus on the cross is a perfect example of God being with us in all of this. So even if we don't have a good answer for what caused it, we know that God is still with us.
All right, thank you, Jesus.
No problem.
I'm here with the Kendall to ask them the question, why would God allow 9/11 to happen?
I believe that God likes to kind of test people's faith a little bit, and he allows hardships like 9/11 to happen to kind of see who's faithful to him and who's not. So that's about it.
Very interesting. Thank you.
There are your answers, America.
This has been a tragic day for Americans. This will go down in history as one of the most tragic days in U.S. history.